Welcome to the Examined Life podcast. I'm your host, Leo, and today we're diving into the mind of the father of modern philosophy, Immanuel Kant. Specifically, we're looking at his critique of judgment. Joining me is Sarah, a philosopher who specializes in why we find things pretty or epic. Sarah, let's start with the basics. Kant talks about an analytic. That sounds like a lab report.
It is. For Kant, an analytic is a systematic dissection. Imagine taking a clock apart to see every gear. He's doing that to our feelings when we see a rose or a thunderstorm. He breaks it down into two categories, the beautiful and the sublime. Part 1, the analytic of the beautiful.
Okay, let's start with the beautiful. I think a pizza is beautiful when I'm hungry. Does Kant agree?
Actually, no. That leads us to his first point, disinterested pleasure.
Disinterested? That sounds like I don't care about it.
It's the opposite. It means you aren't looking for a return on investment. Think of it this way. The pleasant. You like a steak because it satisfies hunger. You have an interest in eating it. The good. You like a charity because it's morally right. You have an interest in its utility. The beautiful. You admire a sunset. You can't eat it, you can't use it to pay rent, and it doesn't make you a better person. You just enjoy it for what it is. Analogy. It's like looking at a gold coin. A merchant sees its value, the good. A hungry man sees what it can buy, the pleasant. But an artist sees the way the light hits the metal. The artist has disinterested pleasure.
So, beauty is a vibe without a use. But beauty is just my opinion, right?
That's where Kant gets tricky with universality. He says when you call a painting beautiful, you don't say, I like this. You say, this is beautiful. You expect me to agree. You speak as if beauty is a fact, even though you can't prove it with a ruler.
Right. I'd be offended if you called a masterpiece trash.
Exactly. You're making a subjective judgment with a universal claim.
He also mentions purposefulness without purpose. That sounds like a riddle.
It's my favorite part. Think of a wildflower. If you look at its petals, the symmetry, and the colors, it looks like it was designed by a master engineer for a specific reason. But what is the flower's job for you? Nothing. It looks meaningful, but it has no manual. It has the form of a purpose without an actual function.
So, beauty is a perfect design that does nothing.
Precisely. And finally, there is necessity. You feel that others must feel that harmony. It's not a law of physics, but a common sense of the soul.
Okay, so that's beauty. Charming, harmonious, and neat. But what about the stuff that scares us? The sublime.
Kant says the beautiful charms, the sublime moves. If beauty is a well-kept garden, the sublime is a mountain range that makes you feel like an ant.
He splits this into two, right? The mathematical sublime and the dynamical.
Yes, the mathematical sublime is about size. Think of the night sky or the Pacific Ocean. Your eyes try to take it all in, but your imagination breaks. It's too big.
It's frustrating.
But here's the twist. Your imagination fails, but your reason triumphs. You can't see infinity, but you can think it. That realization that your mind is bigger than the entire physical universe is what creates that awe.
Wow. And the dynamical sublime?
That's about power, a volcano erupting or a massive hurricane.
That just sounds terrifying. Why is that aesthetic?
Because of the safety buffer. Analogy. Imagine watching a lion behind a thick glass wall. If you were in the cage, you just feel fear, but behind the glass, you feel awe.
When we see nature's fury from a place of safety, we realize that while nature could crush our physical bodies, it cannot touch our moral will or our reason. We feel small physically, but spiritually giant.
So to wrap up, beauty is the harmony of the object, but the sublime is the greatness of the human mind.
Spot on. Beauty makes us feel at home in the world, The sublime makes us feel like we belong to something even higher than the world. Kant really knew how to make a walk in the woods sound like a cosmic event. Thanks for joining us, Sarah.
Anytime.